Kitchen with Jenny and Spice, and today's episode is going to be a little bit different. I stopped by Trader Joe's and picked up a few of their fall and pumpkin items. I'm really excited to show you guys what I got. First, I'm going to show you everything, and then we're going to taste test it. I want you to see my reaction and kind of exactly the full taste experience I get from trying these items. So Trader Joe's is absolutely known for their vast variety of pumpkin flavored and fall themed food items. I wanted to bring some of them here and show you guys and see exactly what they're working with. I've heard so many great things about their fall variety and tried a few things myself over the years. So I couldn't wait to share with you guys. So let's go ahead and get started. We've got all the pumpkin stuff here, guys. I'm super excited. Fall is one of my favorite seasons, and I think more than ever this year I'm just excited for some change. Can't you tell I have my fall lip, my fall eye, my pony, my maroon shades? I'm just ready for it all. I'm gonna go ahead and show you all the things I got from Trader Joe's. I'm gonna start with some of the breakfast items. First, this cereal bar is called This Pumpkin Walks Into a Bar. Get it? It's a cereal bar. How cute, right? It looks pretty much like a Nutri-Grain bar, so I'm pretty sure it'll taste familiar to breakfast bars that we've had before. Next, I got this pumpkin spice coffee. This is actually 12 single serving K-cups. They also sell it in like a regular ground coffee if you have a coffee pot maker. I have a Keurig, so this will work perfect for me. There's flavors of cinnamon, clove, ginger, nutmeg, and allspice. So I feel like it'll probably taste like a pumpkin spice coffee we've had before. I'll probably add some cream and sweetener. Excited to check this out. With my coffee, they also had pumpkin biscotti. I had to pick this up. Biscotti dipped in coffee is just like a delicious combination. So I'm eager to try these. I'm sure it'll taste great together. Let's see what else. I also got this pumpkin pancake and waffle mix. I just love an easy Saturday morning breakfast. All you need here is melted butter, milk, and an egg. So really easy. You can just cook them on the griddle or a waffle maker. So I'm gonna try out some of these too. I grabbed this kind of quickly and not really paying attention. I guess I just saw pumpkin and went for it. But these are pumpkin bread and pumpkin muffin baking mix. So that's what this is. It's actually gluten-free. So that's how I know I was just kind of grabbing at things. I wouldn't have traditionally gotten a gluten-free item. I'll probably add some nuts to it and see how it turns out. I can't wait to try it. I grabbed this pumpkin butter. I've never actually heard of pumpkin butter, only apple butter or regular butter. So it'll be cool to figure out what I'm gonna eat this with. I might spread it on this pumpkin bread if it tastes good together. I'll probably try that. Or maybe just some regular toast. Ooh, on the back it says, it works as a pastry filling, poultry glaze, ice cream topping, or on toast. Oh wow. That actually, all of those sound good. I got a couple of pastas. I've heard really great things about this honey roasted pumpkin ravioli. It looks like you just boil it in salted water and serve it with your desired sauce. So I'm gonna have to figure out what kind of sauce I want with these. I'm sure anything would be delicious, but I wanna make sure it's a good pair. So we'll see how this turns out a little later. The other pasta I grabbed is this fall zucchetti pasta. It's actually made with butternut squash, but it's shaped like little pumpkins. How cute. I think this will be delicious. Butternut squash is kind of a neutral flavor. So we'll see if there's actually like a real squash flavor there. Either way, it looks good. I'm sure it tastes good. And in the store right beside it, they had this autumnal harvest creamy pasta sauce. And it's made with pumpkin and butternut squash. So I imagine customers or the store recommends pairing these two together. So I'm definitely gonna put these two together and see how it tastes. We'll see how it looks and all those good things a little bit later. Here is something I've actually had before. It is the pumpkin pie spice ginger brew sparkling beverage. So it's similar to ginger beer. There's actually some apple juice in here as a sweetener too. So you're getting some ginger, some pumpkin, some apple. It's just really delicious. And if you have a drink you just want to add some bubbly to this season, I think this would be a great choice. Last year I made a few Moscow mules with this that were just so good. I can't wait to do some mixology and come up with something good today. The last two things I got were some snacks. I didn't really get a lot of sweet snacks. I'm not a real big sweet snacks person, but Trader Joe's has a ton of those. But I did get two more savory, I guess, snacks. These are pumpkin tortilla chips. I already dug into them, as you can see. I was very intrigued because it says this is made with pumpkin puree, pumpkin seeds, cinnamon, and nutmeg. So I wondered if it was sweet, and not at all. This is definitely like a regular tortilla chip with a tiny hint of like that fall spice flavor. So just a tiny essence of those flavors, but totally a tortilla chip you can dip in salsa or anything else you make this season. This right here is definitely a favorite of mine. I had this last year. It's the maple and sea salt kettle corn. And it is truly the perfect balance of sweet and salty. I just love popcorn anyways, but this is just so tasty. The maple just sets it off. And if you like popcorn and like kettle corn, this is definitely worth a try. It's so good. Last but not least, I grabbed this fall harvest salsa to go with the tortilla chips here. It actually has a mix of fruits and veggies, including pumpkin, apples, and butternut squash. So I'm sure it's savory and just like a traditional salsa. It does give off kind of like the orange golden brown hue. So you know that it has that pumpkin and butternut squash in it. But hopefully these flavors go well together. So now what I'm gonna do is cook up all this stuff, bring it back and show you guys what it tastes like, exactly what it looks like when it's cooked, and tell you all my favorites and must tries. All right, I whipped everything up. Now it's time to taste everything I got from Trader Joe's. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the coffee and biscotti. I just went ahead and added a little bit of almond milk to my coffee. That's how I typically enjoy it, so I didn't want it to just be black coffee. That way I could just taste it as I would like it anyway. So I'm just gonna give it a sip. This coffee is really nice. There's not a ton of pumpkin spice flavor. I can't even say that I really taste pumpkin spice here. The coffee itself tastes great. It's very easy to drink. It's definitely like a medium roast, not too strong, but not too like weak or light roasted. But I don't taste any, I don't really taste any pumpkin spice here. I'm not disappointed as I'm still going to enjoy it. I'm gonna try dipping some biscotti in here and then tasting this too. Wow, so this has a really good flavor. Great texture once you dip it in. It's giving me that nice fall morning vibe. I think this is a keeper. The coffee, of course, I'll enjoy, but there's definitely not a ton of pumpkin flavor there. I'm gonna set this to the side and move on to the pancakes. I have a stack of about, looks like 4 pancakes. I made 6 total with 1 cup of the mix. And I did burn the first 2 because I used butter when cooking my pancakes, so they got a little bit too crisp. Some people would still enjoy them. They were definitely still edible, but for what we got going on here, these are perfectly golden brown. These are good. Definitely some light pumpkin spice flavor here. I didn't put too much syrup, anticipating that they might be on the sweet side, but they're not. They're definitely like the bready, buttery taste of a traditional pancake with a little bit of that pumpkin-y essence to it. You definitely need syrup. I would probably make a like whipped cream and do like a cinnamon sugar on top next time. I wanted to try the ingredients as they are and not customize it too much. Trying to think, what should I try next? I think I'm gonna go with this Pumpkin Walks Into a Bar. And so this is the pumpkin cereal bar. If I can remember, these were like less than $2 for 6. Thought this was a great deal. Definitely like one of those grab and go breakfast items or even a snack. It totally gives me like Nutri-Grain vibes. It looks like a Nutri-Grain bar for the most part. The shape and all that good stuff. This is totally taking me back to the 90s. It's giving me like Fig Newton / Nutri-Grain bar vibes. It tastes pretty much like an apple Nutri-Grain bar, except not that bright appley taste. Definitely has the pumpkin flavor, more pungent than anything else that I've tasted so far. So this is good. This is good. This is a nice little cereal bar. It's easy and tasty, especially if you love pumpkin. This is good on that. So I think I'm gonna try the pumpkin bread. So I'm gonna go ahead and slice a slice of this. So you can make this pumpkin bread into muffins or bread. I did throw some nuts in the batter and then some nuts on top. So I used walnuts. So this is already giving me like the banana bread texture, kind of a dense bread, definitely warm and soft. The outside's got a little bit of more texture to it. But I already see those nuts in there. It just looks so good. And then another thing to mention is this was gluten-free, which I totally forgot until it hit my tongue. And it kind of has a little bit of that grainy texture. It's not bad. It does have a little bit of texture there, but it's still really good. The taste is so good. I did want to try some of the pumpkin butter with this. This has plenty of that spicy cinnamon warm flavor. Okay, butter does have some brightness to it. There's definitely some acid in here. That helps not make it all like a sweetness overload, which I like. So as I'm looking, I do see there's some lemon juice in here, and I think that's perfect. Because anything you're applying this to, you don't want it to be too sweet, but obviously you can use it for more than what you would naturally think. I'm excited to explore more with this, and I'll show you guys what else I'll try this pumpkin butter with this season. I think I'm gonna go with the ginger brew next. As I mentioned, I have tried this before. This is actually a pumpkin pie spiced ginger brew. To me, it's very similar to a ginger beer, but it has more of a pumpkin-y, spicy flavor. But it works really well in cocktails. It just has a great overall taste. Definitely has like a nice, clean, refreshing flavor. The pumpkin is very mild here. This is definitely giving me more ginger than anything else, with a little bit of a pumpkin like trace in there, just a light pumpkin essence. You could totally drink this all alone or mix it with something or throw it in a punch. I just see this enhancing fall drinks all season. So they also sell this as like a regular ginger brew all year long, I believe. All right, let's move on to some savory stuff. I think I'm gonna just go ahead and pop into the snacks, which this is a sweet and salty. And then this is gonna be the tortilla chips I talked about earlier and the pumpkin salsa. Let's go ahead and dive into here. So this salsa is unique because it has fall vegetables and fruits. So there's apples, there's butternut squash, there's pumpkin in here, and then just like traditional salsa, onions, peppers, sort of thing. It tastes just like what you would expect salsa to taste like. It's got like all the traditional taste up front, a little bit of spice in the back, but it tastes just like a tomato salsa. It's so crazy. You can do that with pumpkin, butternut squash, and apples. Like I taste no apple sweetness. It doesn't taste like squash or any kind of pumpkin, but it tastes like regular salsa and tortilla chips. I know I mentioned before that these chips have a little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of spice in them, but here this combination is just a traditional chips and salsa. It's just giving me all the fall vibes, really looking at the colors of it, and then just knowing that these chips are made out of pumpkin and this is made out of pumpkin. That just makes it a little bit more fun for the season using seasonal fruits and vegetables. So this is a pretty awesome snack here. Of course, this is my favorite. I clearly already ate so much. This is all that's left in the bag. This maple kettle corn is so good. I can eat this all day, every day. Now onto our fall pasta and the autumnal creamy harvest pasta sauce. And I topped it with a tiny bit of arugula and a little bit of Parmesan cheese just for some flair and garnish. But here's how it turned out. Try this. This is really good. So I'll start with the pasta. The pasta itself, I did get a chance to taste without sauce, and it really doesn't have any like true strong like butternut squash or fall pumpkin flavor. It does, however, have this really great texture, similar to like a bow tie, that definitely catches this delicious sauce. So this sauce is like a delicious, creamy tomato sauce, except it's made with pumpkin and butternut squash. So you're getting like that earthy vegetable harvest taste, and then combining it with cream that just makes it that much more luscious. And together with this pasta, it really makes a nice, easy dish. This is totally something I can see being like an easy go-to weeknight meal. You can definitely add a protein to it. I'll probably add more Parmesan cheese when I'm eating this later. And this is only about 1/3 of the serving. There's enough for 2 more bowls of this in the package that I showed earlier. So last, I'm gonna try this honey roasted pumpkin ravioli. It's so cute how it comes, because one side is a bright yellow and one side is orange. So I know there's butternut squash and pumpkin in this ravioli, and then there's a nice cheese filling. So for this, I just made a simple brown butter sage sauce, and I included garlic, brown butter, some sage, salt and pepper, and then used herbs to garnish and also cooked with some thyme and sage. Now this is just such the cozy fall time dish. Just closing my eyes, I can see myself wrapped up in a blanket, curled up on the sofa, eating a bowl of this and just feeling so good. You can taste a little bit of the honey roasted essence. The pumpkin and butternut squash are very mild. The cheese is delicious, and this is a great sauce to pair it with. So good. Well, thanks so much, guys, for joining Jenny and Spice in the kitchen for this seasonal Trader Joe's mini fall haul. I really enjoyed trying these pumpkin and seasonal items. I hope you found a few of your favorites here. I would totally suggest this delicious maple kettle corn, the chips and salsa, because you're gonna eat it anyways. You might as well make it seasonal. These 2 pastas would make great, easy dinners. And absolutely, this pumpkin pie spice ginger brew has become one of my favorites. I hope you guys try some items of your own, and let me know some more suggestions of things to try that are seasonal inspired, maybe pumpkin or maple. I'd love to join you in your taste test too. Thanks again. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time in the kitchen with Jenny and Spice.